Alright, Nikki, I've got, we'll just move right on to boss number 2. This guy's got, he is squarish, and he is 100 by 120 by 120, and he basically has this square kind of fly pattern. And he has, basically the big thing that we have to nail with this one is you can see at his top, bottom, left, and right, he has lasers. So, you know, the center top, center left, center right, and center bottom will need to have cannons. And he kind of just does this square fly pattern, and he shoots a homing missile for the first wave. I might add a couple more bullets in here to kind of spice things up a little bit, or maybe I'll turn that into a cluster bomb or whatever. I'll do some things to spice this boss up a little bit, but yeah, he basically just kind of flies around in a circle. So the main thing we got to do with this guy is, I mean, he can be square, or, you know, maybe he can be even a little bit more roundish. I mean, we just need to make sure that, you know, he fits the pixel size of 120 by 120, and he has those cannons kind of where you can see them now. I was envisioning him kind of square. Now, I don't know if we want to even do like a face for this guy. A lot of the enemies that we have that cartoon kind of face going on. I'd be fine with that, like in the center of this guy, he's got like a mean face or something, or maybe even he starts, I wouldn't say maybe necessarily happy, but once he gets into rage mode, or let's see if I can put him in a rage mode. I'm actually about to die, but but yeah, maybe he has a face and he's kind of mean looking in the beginning, and then once he gets in the rage mode, he really looks mean or really looks angry or blinks or something like that. So there's rage mode, and you can see his pattern changes quite a bit. He gets pretty crazy. Probably gonna end up dying here in a second. But you can kind of see how we're going with it, and my Fraps video capture software is making the game go really slow. So let's do him one more time. 120 pixels by 120 pixels. He can be a box square enemy, or he could be maybe like circular, like, just as long as he's got those cannons in the right area. So, I mean, I would even be okay if we didn't do a face on him, like the other ones, or a robot face, or maybe if that's the way you want to go with it, I'm kind of leaving that one up to you. Whatever you think looks good. I mean, maybe it would look cool if this thing was just kind of like a orb, kind of like level 3 boss of Save to Kill, how it was just like this circular orb type thing. I'll leave that one kind of up to you. I'd be curious to see what your rendition is on this, or your take on this. And how you would want to handle it. But yeah, I mean, 120 pixels by 120 pixels, and this is pretty much him. I'll get him into rage mode one more time. You can see he's got like it's like a little bit of it's like a box square fly pattern, but it's also pretty random as well. So we can kind of mess around with the player a little bit. He's actually pretty. He's sporadic enough where he's kind of a pain in the butt. And then when he gets into rage mode here, you can see him, he kind of just goes all over, and then his lasers get way more sporadic, and typically the player will be a lot more leveled up at this point in the game anyway, than my current character is. So he's a pretty fun boss, and that's pretty much him. So let me know what you think. Alright, later.